Hi, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I love to say it's not cute, not knowing. We start with a hug. There's so much we got to know. How you guys doing today? White people mad at Oprah Winfrey. She is trending like you wouldn't believe. Now, this could be all publicity for her Apple TV show, the Oprah Conversations, or what's it called? Yeah, the Oprah Conversations. So what does she say that white people are like, what? White people talks about, white people, Oprah started talking about white privilege. And they're like, well, Oprah, you're richer than rich. How are you calling out people on white privilege? You've benefited, you've succeeded, you're a billionaire. She said it don't matter. If you're white, whether you're rich or poor, you can benefit from white privilege. Some people said, because the comments were astounding, how dare you lump us all together? Because there are poor white people out here. And she's like, I don't care. If you're white, you benefit from white privilege, whether you're rich or poor. Is she trying to get her black card back? Because Oprah has said some things that has made the black community very, very angry. She couldn't come to the cookout, side-eye, the whole thing. Is it something to let people know? She started her talk show again. She's on Apple TV, the Oprah Conversations, because she's got people talking. Some people say any publicity is good, whether it's good or bad. Do you think that's the case with Oprah? Because this is really interesting. A few weeks ago, I told you about Dr. Dre, the producer, NWA. He and his wife are divorcing. They were married for like 24 years. They got 2 adult kids. But the wife was like, there was no prenup. A few weeks later, Dr. Dre said, yes, there is. It's a prenup right here. Prenup. Here it is. It's a prenup right here. Now Dr. Dre's estranged wife is saying, okay, she signed it, but she was pressured to sign it. And that he actually tore up the prenup to prove his love for her. Where's she from? She done fell for the okey doke. Tear up no prenup? No. That's the oldest trick in the book. Y'all know the real prenup was in the safe. He tore up a piece of paper, but the real prenup was put away because Dr. Dre is worth $800 million. He's not going to be parting with all that money. He'll give me a little something to live on, but he ain't getting all his money. Huh? Regina Hall, the actress, is coming to Hulu in a new series. She is so, look at me with my phone ringing all the time. It's been ringing all day. She's coming to Hulu in the series. I always think that she is so underrated, but this is really good because she's getting her own TV series on Hulu, and I certainly can't wait to see it. Kevin Hart coming to the defense of Ellen DeGeneres, and he is catching heat for that decision. For those who are saying, why? Kevin said, I help those who have supported me. Ellen's ratings are in the toilet. Production is set to resume. Everybody from the first DJ to staffers, they're saying that the atmosphere on the show, horrible, between toxic workplace, bullying, racial discrimination, sexual harassment, just a hotbed of mess. And I said, where are her celebrity friends? Well, Katy Perry has come forward. Kevin Hart has come forward. And when you think about it, remember when Kevin was supposed to host the Academy Awards, but the old homophobic tweets came forward? Ellen was one of those who was like, I got your back, because people can change. Kevin Price said, this woman went on a limb. This gay woman went out on a limb for me. the least I can do is come out and support her. Now, people have been fired from the Ellen Show, but how do you think it's going to be that first day back at work? I'm wondering how it's going to be because can't have an audience. So it's going to be interesting, but the Ellen Show production resumes really soon. 50 Cent says the Emmys can kiss his behind since his show Power got no nominations when the Emmy nominations came back. It's never been nominated. Now he's going into Power Book 2, which kicks off September the 6th on Stars. But 50 Cent is not happy. Issa Rae, the Insecure star, is teaming up with HBO for what's going to be an amazing project. She is doing a 2-part docuseries on the history of Black television pioneers. It's called Seen and Heard. And this is going to be interesting because every decade brought us like amazing television. When you think of the 70s with the Jeffersons and Good Times, when you think of the 90s, you know, you could still watch Martin, right? You can still watch a Martin show and laugh. And I always loved Everybody Hates Chris. Another show that you could just, Chris Rock produced it. It never got its due. But just a history of television pioneers. This is going to be a very good docuseries and a really good history lesson. I can't wait to see it. Seen and Heard. Issa Rae is doing it for HBO. Another docuseries is coming from a man who was the official White House photographer during the Reagan years, during the Obama years. It's called The Way I See It. And he says it looks at how a president is supposed to act. Is he throwing shade? I think this is going to be a very interesting documentary. Rapper Busta Rhymes is out here losing weight. You know, he was looking crazy because it looked like he was bursting out of his clothes. He's 50 years old and quarantine has taught him that he needed to change his lifestyle, and he has lost a significant amount of weight. Where's Tory Lanez? They trying to deport him. He in Miami. He's been spotted in Miami. Go to Miami, y'all can find him. He shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. You can go right down there and find him in Miami. Get him out of the country. Zoe Saldaña, the actress, in a really revealing interview, says she wishes that she never did the Nina Simone story. She said she should not have been cast as Nina Simone. They put her in real dark makeup. They put a prosthesis on her nose. It was terrible because the makeup, it distracted you from the story because it was like, ooh, she looks strange and that makeup looks caked on. But she admits that an African-American woman should have played the role of Nina Simone, and she hopes that the movie is put out again with the right actress to tell the story of singing great Nina Simone. I had a lot of stories to get to. Disney's Mulan. I keep telling you about the future of movies. It's coming to Disney Plus, but it's not going to be in your subscription. You'll pay $29.99 for the one-time viewing. Why so much, Auntie? The movie cost over $200 million to make. Disney got to make their money back. I don't know if they're going to make it back with this tactic, because I think most people are going to wait till it comes on Disney Plus, or where they can just rent it and have it forever. But Disney's Mulan, right around Labor Day weekend, it's going to debut for that one price of $29.99. Now, speaking of streaming services, I guess with the help of Black is King, Beyonce's movie, Hamilton, Disney Plus now has 60 million subscribers. Netflix is leading everybody with 183 million. Amazon Prime, they've got 75 million. The Peacock Network is free. For those of us who love free, NBC streaming service is free. But then you got Quibi, Hulu, Apple TV, HBO Max. When does it end? It ended for me after Disney Plus. I told my family, there will be no more streaming services. We're not, don't ask, don't. because it gets to be too much. Your bill goes up and you're like, this is how high as the cable bill was. Tristan Combs, the son of Puffy and the late Kim Porter, was involved in a car accident, and he is really lucky to be alive. He was in Beverly Hills. A driver who was under the influence was driving in a Tesla, and those cars are very fast. It slammed into his Ferrari. Tristan was treated at the scene, but the car was destroyed. Kerry Washington gracing the cover of Town and Country magazine. And boy, does she look good. She's doing a documentary on the lawyers from the ACLU, those lawyers who go out when you see protest. They're the ones representing those on those particular front lines. She's doing a docuseries on it, and she's got her big afro, and she's got these stylish clothes, and Kerry Washington doing some great things, proving there is life after scandal. I do a podcast, Patty and the Millennials. I talk about it often. I'm the baby boomer. I do a podcast with Gen X, millennials, men and women. We talk about everything. This week, is it necessary to have a college degree to succeed in life? I never went to college. I felt guilty. When I turned 30, I took some courses at a university here in Philly. But I always felt guilty. See, I graduated high school January 81. I was on the radio. No, I graduated June of 81. By January of 82, I was on the radio because somebody didn't show up. It was a snowstorm. I never looked back. I just kept on going. But there would be instances where I'd run into people and they want to make me feel guilty. You didn't go to college. Before I turned into the petty queen that I am, I used to just like take it. But now I'm like, and what do you do? And what do you do? What do you think? Because I think your attitude has a lot to do with it. A lot of kids go to school. They get jobs that they did not go to school for. They're not doing their profession, but they're paying out a ton of money. I do think one thing that I did miss out on was that college experience. But then I think, I love to play. God said, you need to go to work because you got too much play in you. But what do you think? Do you think it's necessary to have a college degree? You could check it out on SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, download the Hart Radio podcast or the app. But it's fascinating conversation. Now, you're probably saying you did not mention Common. Those shocking accusations. What is Common doing today after such a rough day yesterday? The accusations. Tiffany Haddish declaring her love. Silence can be golden. He's just going on about his business, doing his yoga. He didn't address the accusations. He didn't even address Tiffany Haddish declaring her love. That's my man. We in love. I'm a baby boomer. If they don't claim you, they don't love you. Tiffany, be careful. Be careful. Listen to Auntie. Be careful. Because in my mind, I don't see this ending well. We all know the girl who won't let go. What do you mean you ending it? What? You leaving? No, you're not. If you're tired of me, go to bed. You're not leaving me. No, we're not breaking up. We are together, me and you. We're together. There is no breaking up. Love, in addition to being a many splendor thing, it could be rough if it doesn't end right. We're 35,000. I thank you guys. That's what I meant to start off with, but I got distracted. We're at the 35,000 mark. Mwah! Thank you. It's growing organically, which is what I've wanted. I thank you. I'm glad that you laughed, that you liked the stories. 35,000. Thank you. Tell a friend, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. I do read the comment. If I heart you, that means that I saw it. I appreciate you. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture.